We're going to head towards Sherman Pass in Washington now.
Awesome.
The road to get to Sherman Pass is beautiful. We're going through another national forest. There's just so much of that out west that we're not accustomed to back in the Carolinas. It's a pleasant thing, isn't it?
It is. It's awesome.
I'm not sure Maggie sees any difference in it, but we love being able to take a little road in between a bunch of trees and a forest and get to where you're going. Hard to beat that.
Boom, boom, there's a knock at the door, but don't freeze in your tracks. It's that chance that you've been waiting for. It's the light coming through the cracks. When life shows an open door, come on, step through. A chance like the purest gold. Come on, come on. When life shows an open road, you know you should ride. Forget what you've been told and ride this open road. This open road. This open road.
So we're on the Sherman Pass scenic byway, which goes for 38 miles over the highest pass that is maintained all year long by the state of Washington, which makes it one of the highest peaks in Washington. And we're going to crawl right over this thing and see what happens. So far the road's been really good. The view is spectacular. Back in the Colville National Forest, which is what we will be in as we cross over this pass. Might be the best road we've been on since we've been traveling this time. Then again, it might get worse.
Let's hope not.
So today's lunch stop is a memorial for the CCC workers after the war.
They were paid $1 a day, provided room and board and clothing, and had to agree to $25 of their monthly paycheck being sent back home to their families. So I'm not good with math, but that means they get to keep $5.
Wow.
So this area was a CCC camp, and they envisioned that it would be a great place for people to come and spend vacation time and to be able to spend quality time with families. But the truth is, it was never really realized as they thought it would. They called it Little America. And off in the distance there you can see a replica of a bathhouse, which was really a place where people stayed. And then down below in the 1930s, they dammed this up to make a lake so that we could have a little lake to enjoy right here. But as with most things, when things got tough, the money wasn't put here to keep it up. So the dam began to erode, and they figured it would be safer just to tear it down. So they eventually ripped out the dam they'd spent so much money and hard work to do, so that the creek could flow naturally as it did before. Of course, it took a while for that to happen. It created a bunch of wetland here, and the creek didn't know which way to go. But they were smart enough to come in with dozers and picks and shovels and dig the path out for the creek. The next spring, she started flowing where she was supposed to again. Just took a little bit of nudging. I think we should nudge onto the road, honey. That was a great lunch.
Head on down Sherman Pass.
Don't lose sight like was times before. This is now today. When life shows an open door, come on, step through. A chance like the pure
If you're in the city of Okanagan at the public boat launch, River Access Park, if you'll just look off to the left, there's a little nugget of gold right there. A free Santa dump. We just finished emptying the tanks. They don't have potable water there, but we don't need that right now, but tanks are all good. We're going to roll on and keep going towards Winthrop, Washington.
When life is an open road, you know you should ride. Forget what you've been told and ride this open road.
Discover Pass required. We don't have a Discover Pass. That's for Washington State Parks. Is that right?
Yes.
In 600 feet, turn right.
Well, look at that. Cue the deer.
Wow, Maggie.
Cue the deer.
You see that, Maggie? Day use. Annual Discover Pass, $30. One day is $10, and I can't read it because you went too far. Can you read it?
That's the other place is a lot cheaper, and it's in town. Unless you just want to go out here by that river.
One down here, too.
Two of them down there.
One down here in that other field down there, too.
Three right there. Wonder how much they had to pay to stay here. So we had intended on staying at the Paragon State Park, but a full hookup site here was $50 plus a $30 membership for Washington State Park. So that would be $80. We happened to see a really nice grassy RV park when we were coming through town. And when Lynn looked it up, a full hookup site there is $37, and a tent site's like $25. A lot cheaper, and it's in town, and we think we'll be able to walk to town and leave Maggie with the RV plugged up. So even though we drove out here, we're going to drive back to town now. That was really cool seeing all those deer there.
It was really cool.
A bunch of them. It's a really nice little park, and I guess once again, if we brought our paddle boards, it would have been a no-brainer. We would have stayed there for sure.
It was nice. They had tent sites too, so that would have been a little bit cheaper. That's probably what we would have done. So,
But they were $35
they were
a night.
$35.
So that would be $100 for 2 nights. Versus 50, that's twice as much.
Is it?
Maybe I'm pretty good at math stuff. Yeah, so we're going to drive back to town. It's a beautiful, beautiful area here. You can see as we're driving. Seems like you're probably getting tired of us saying that. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. But the state of Washington is just gorgeous. We love it here. And we'll love it here until we get to Oregon. What do you think?
That's right.
So we're staying at the little campground that was named by a 3-year. So we're staying at the little campground that was named by a 3-year-old. Meant to call it Pioneer RV Park, but he called it Pioneer, and the owner's such a nice guy that he just left it like that, and he really was a nice guy. We have a place to stay for 2 nights, don't we?
We do.
And we're going to go see if this cowboy town is all it's kind of poked up to be, and if they have poked up, that's a cowboy town, and if they have really good steaks. Hope they do. Here we go. See right there's Pioneer RV Park. So like we said, we started to go to the state park. It was pretty out there, but on days like this when most of the activities here are downtown, well, uptown, I don't know what, downtown, uptown, whatever, when you have to walk to the town to do things, being able to stay within walking distance is a really, really, really big plus. And when it's $40 cheaper for full hookups, than the state park, then this is a no-brainer, isn't it? So that's kind of what we're doing. Today is Friday, September 13th. We find ourselves in the little cowboy town of Winthrop. Don't see any horses, but there are a lot of cars, and you'll hear a lot of that noise I'm talking to you. Wanted to tell you that I'm kind of frustrated. I'm trying to do this whole video thing on an iPad, and even as it's changed and gotten better and better and better, there's still a lot of limitations, and I find myself being torn about what to do. Invest more money in better equipment and get slow at doing things for a while, and it's just something to think about. Lynn's inside right now shopping at a dress shop, a really cool little place she found. Anyway, what I was saying was, it's one of those things where it's been a frustrating couple of days. We've run into limitations with disk space on the iPad, and so we make so many videos and take so many pictures, and sometimes it's just really hard to know what to do with them. Just wanted you to know I've been struggling. Don't think we're going to quit doing this, but I could be convinced to do that today for sure. I'll probably change my mind again tomorrow. The next nice comment that somebody leaves, I'll be okay with it. But today is one of those days where I'm going, I could live without that frustration. Not that bad though. For some reason, Lynn said she likes this shirt. Irony, the opposite of wrinkly. I've been around, I know. I don't fart dust. I'm just telling you, I don't. Since when does air have lumps in it though? Maggie really enjoyed playing with Roe. And I've got to try to back out of here without hitting them.
Without hitting their awnings. They have awnings on the other side.
Let's see what I can pull out. Our time at Pioneer Park is just about up. It is up now. Just a minute. What's that? Made it.
Yep. We didn't hit anything.
Bye guys. Bye Roe. Now we're gonna ride through the middle of town one more time and show you that. And we'll head towards somewhere. It's kind of crazy that I've cranked up the van and we don't know where we're going.
Well, I thought we knew.
kind of know. Best Buy.
Thanks. We're going to Seattle, I don't think, are we?
We enjoyed this little town for the 2 days we were here. There's quite a bit of outdoor shopping here. That if you need tents or sleeping bags or that kind of stuff, there may be 3 or 4 of those, and some of them are really good. There's one bakery that we went to, and there's a bakery here that we didn't go to. So the first night we ate, where did we eat the first night?
Mexican at the very end of town.
Yeah, and here I'll put my mom saying this, I've had better.
Yeah, it wasn't real good.
And then yesterday we came back into town and just looked around and went through all the shops and things, and got some ice cream, and we went to eat at the Old Schoolhouse Brewery, and it was really good.
It was awesome.
It was good. It was a really good, I had a really good burger, and we had wings, and they have their own beer that they brew there. It was really good. So that's this little town.
Winthrop. Is that how you say it?
Winthrop.
Winthrop. Washington. It's an old cowboy town, but we didn't see any cowboys.
We did see one cowgirl this morning when we were.
She wasn't really a cowgirl. I think she was a saloon girl, wasn't she?
Yeah. Well, you're right. That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
Okay, you're right. Yeah, she wasn't a cowgirl. She was a saloon girl dancer, dressed up like a saloon girl dancer.
She was pretty. All right, off we go to our next stop.
We don't really know where that is, do we?
Not yet.
But we'll figure that out. So we made a cup of coffee this morning like we always do. That was awesome. But we were driving over this mountain and it got a little cool, didn't it? Mm-hmm. And Lynn said, I could use another cup of coffee too. Couldn't you? And I said, yeah. So we found this little pull off here and stopped and made coffee. Pretty cool that you can just do that, isn't it?
Here's to you.
The North Cascades National Park. It's been a beautiful, beautiful drive on Highway 20 West today. It's been one of those things where you just have to be careful to keep your eyes on the road. It's been really pretty.
It's beautiful.
Still have about 20 miles left to go. Behind me is Diablo Lake. It has a dam on one side that makes this lake, and on the other side is Ross Lake. There's a dam there. And, Maggie's been out walking, but my sweetheart is back now.
So the reason why it's so blue and green
Yeah.
is because of the glacier water. It's the silted water, or silted glacier.
Where's the glacier?
I don't know, but it goes into here. I don't see it anywhere.
I don't see it either. Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
They're up there.
Yeah.
You're so smart.
I know.
Look at there.
Right beside.